Welcome to another episode of that deep shit. That's called suspense right there. You see how I did that? That deep. How I let it ride? That's called suspense. Anyways, look. This is the beginning of a lesson series. So I had to think about it. I know that everybody isn't at the same level when it comes to spiritual growth and ascension and things of that nature. The challenge for me is sharing notes. I don't want to say instructing or teaching because I'm a student. But the difficult thing for me is to share notes with people on all different levels. But that's a task that I have to overcome and I have to learn to become better. Because one thing that you can measure to see if you know something is if you can teach it. Once you're able to teach something, you can certifiably say that you know it. You know what I mean? That's just real shit. So getting to the meat of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give out basic step-by-step lessons that can be used by the beginner, the intermediate, and the quote-unquote expert alike to kind of even out the playing field a little bit and kind of catch people up to speed, or even slow people down who are moving too fast, because sometimes you can get so ahead of yourself to where you can forget the basics, which that's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it's good to have refresher and grounder courses as well. Alright, so this right here is lesson 0. There's going to be 9 lessons. This is the 0 lesson. I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't you start with 1? Nah. We're going to start with 0. I'm going to do a video about the importance of 0 and how deep 0 is. Because 0 is the deepest ever. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can call me 0. You feel me? Anyways. So this is lesson 0. And what lesson 0 is going to consist of: simple. Forget everything you think you know. Start back at 0. You can't base some new information off of what you already have learned, because new information is going to conflict with what you already know. That's why it's new information. So if you go off of what you think you know, when you come across something new, and you're, oh man, whatever, whatever, that's because you're still thinking like a human. And in the great words of Bobby Hemmett, to get on the God level, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to Brother Panic. You know what I'm saying? To get on the God level, you got to forget all this shit that you think you know. You got to start all over like from a baby. So anything you think is impossible, again, quoting Bobby Hemmett, that's what you need to gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying? Anything you think is crazy, insane, strange, evil, all that is what you need to gravitate towards, because you have to start all over from 0. Remember, the people who have been in control over you like a puppet, that has been have had their hands into the education, your religion, your culture, they are masters at what they do, and they've done a great job of molding society the way that they seem fit. This is why you have to erase your hard drive. Seriously, you have to erase your hard drive and reboot. So this is the real reprogramming. You have to reboot your hard drive. Start all over from scratch. You know, if your computer is moving a little slow, you gotta pop that disk in, erase everything. Wait, before you erase everything, back it up, right? Pop that disk in, reboot, refresh, reprogram. Alright? So, the things that you've been told not to read, not to go to, not to look at, the things that you're scared of, anything that you're scared of, this is what you look into. Anything they told you not to do, not to read, this is what you do. You have to do the exact opposite. You got to flip it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to lose your fear. Fear is a low vibrating frequency. The more you stay in fear, the lower you vibrate. The point of all of this is to vibrate as high as possible. All right? So there's nothing to fear at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. In fact, I'll give you a quick lesson. When they talk about